You know me, goddammit, I be having problems. But I don't care about problems. I care about solving them motherfuckers. Because I believe every problem that I encounter is a personal challenge to me. Ramon, what's up? It sure is a go-getters weekend. What that brother talking about? See, what I'm saying is that kind of chat I can fuck with. Because what I'm saying is not only do I know about it, I agree with it. But that chat y'all be talking about, oh yeah, this welcome to the whatever y'all be talking about. What I'm saying is, Ramon, let me tell you something, man. You motherfuckers is so into trying to keep shit from a nigga that you motherfuckers did not tell me about this goddamn weekend. I didn't find out about it till yesterday. But this is November, and I know we roll every November. And what he talking about is something all you motherfuckers better get involved in. Graduates from Sidewalk University, they get in this group, Extraordinary Gentlemen, whatever the name of the group is, I forget. But they get in that group, and they be kicking it with each other. But they plan at the end of the year to have this dinner, this annual dinner, honoring Sidewalk University, myself, and this is our 4th year. But what I'm saying is I'm very proud of it. The dinner in the honor of being the honoree of the dinner is very big. But what is bigger, what is more important, is that the commitment to being who they claim they are, which is men, not afraid of shit, able to plan shit, put shit together, and be able to stand up behind, not the kind of motherfucker they was before SWU. Now, SWU ain't nothing but a catalyst for you to bring out who you really are. And these motherfuckers, Ramon Bells among them, it is motherfucking serious about representing what the fuck they say out their mouth. Now, what that does, okay, for me on that particular day, man, it makes me get a big head. I feel good, blah, blah, blah. But what it really does is seal in within those brothers that put this shit together, and they make sure every year, fuck it, good, bad, and different, we doing it. What I'm saying is, who knows what this annual dinner is going to be 20 years from now. It take motherfuckers with the tenacity to stick it through. Not the motherfuckers to see it and see what it can be. Yeah, we could do this in 20 years from now, blah, blah, blah. No, not that. We don't need that nigga. We need that motherfuckers that see, man, this is a dope fucking idea. We got to do this every year. And as the years go by and it develop, they're able to, I'm not saying to monetarily gain, but I'm seeing that they'll be able to monetarily gain. Unfortunately, by then, I'm going to be a really, really, really old motherfucker. And I'm not necessarily going to be able, to be there. But I know Jonathan, I know Cameron, I know Ramon, I know all them motherfuckers gonna carry it on. Now, let's get to what I want to talk about. This morning, and each and every morning I'm blessed to wake up, because I ain't guaranteed to wake up in the morning. But each time I am blessed to wake up, I first think about what the fuck I'm gonna do. Now, I'm acknowledging God because I say I'm blessed to wake up. But I don't want nobody to misunderstand me. Yeah, first I give thanks to God. Then I think of what I'm going to do. And once I think of what that is, I may lay in the bed a little longer. But most likely I'm getting up. Because I got to do it. I can't think of it and then whatever, have some calling come to me for when I should do it. Now, this morning I got so much shit to do that some of it I ain't looking forward to. But this is why I don't accept those fucking silly analogies that you guys bring about this game. You know, you interpret the shit to mean whatever the fuck you're talking about. But this abadabba means something in particular. It can't mean what you think it means. It only means what it means. Now you can interpret it what it means to fit your shoes or your foot or whatever. But what I'm saying is, unless you do that, there's no interpretation. So, what I'm saying is this. If you're cool, you know, with your manhood being up in the air, I mean, I guess I'm cool with it too. I'm not cool with it, with you being like that, with your manhood up in the air. I'm cool with you're cool with it. Because what I'm saying is, if it's like that with you, you weren't laced with the real game on being a man. It wasn't passed down to you as it was to me and my partners, blah, blah, blah. Sooner or later, you're going to realize, to get respect from today's women, you must display confidence. You have to have confidence in the fact that you're showing her a man of commitment. You have to. Because what I'm saying is, the challenge for me, I'm seeing with my new venture, is to act like I, enjoy speaking to these motherfuckers who are faking. I mean, I've actually had 3 or 4 motherfuckers. Actually more than that, about 7 motherfuckers who have used the phone calls, and I was able to straighten them out about where they was, going awry. And I would imagine it helped them. But what I'm saying is, I'll not know that until they stand fast to the commitment. Because, let's say whatever my course entirely, whatever it costs, and you're spending like whatever percentage, let's say it costs, it did cost $850, and you spending $50, and you're expecting to get this whole $850 worth of shit. I didn't say you was getting that, and you didn't think I said that. You're just spending your money, and that's what you think. And then you only get some of it. And you think, God damn, man, this ain't shit. Well, man, if that's what you think, fine. Because I'm saying, if you want it all, spend $850. Get it all right now. If you want to get in the fucking Think If It group, spend $50 or $100. Make a commitment to 6 months, maybe 7 or 8, depending on how it is with you as far as learning. But I'm saying, even multiplying it out to that amount, let's say you spend $100 and it takes you 8 months, that's still only $800. And I was the course without me or without no help was $850. So what I'm saying is, think about what you're doing, fellas. If you want to show her a man of commitment, start with why you thinking about the shit. You're thinking about the shit because you done made a commitment to fuck with me. Let's start being a motherfucker of commitment. In life's journey, I mean, you're going to meet a few people, some good, you know, some not so good. But along the way, some, way, you learn how to, discern which is which. And the sooner you do that, the better for you. You have to quit being scared to say what's good and what's bad. Especially when it comes to for you. See, it's the unpredictable things about life that really keeps us going. If you want what I'm speaking about, you got to commit 150% to what I'm talking about. You can't want what I'm talking about and then choose this part and that part to actually focus on. Because you ain't focusing on what I'm talking about. You focusing on some of the shit I'm saying. If that's what you want to do, I ain't mad at you. There's only one way to be a man. Even if you don't do what I'm saying, but you have this quality, I gotta tip my hat to you. To be a man, you need to be committed to the principles of manhood. Integrity is key. Integrity, doing what you say when you say it. Everything about you is real. They can fucking count on you. Integrity is key, as is chivalry, knowing how to treat a woman. Knowing how to show respect to a woman without showing it to her, but showing it to women as you show her. And taking care of business as if your goddamn life depends on it. Because whether you know it or not, it does depend on it. Well, at least for me, it's that way. I wake up every morning and I gotta think of what I want to do first. Why? Because what I decided last night, before I went to sleep, that shit might not be what I want to do. Now, you know what's so cool about that shit? I got books, I got classes, I got different projects to choose from. I got my family life. Some mornings I like to wake up with my little granddaughter to see her before, she gets busy for the day. Some mornings, I like to fucking lay in the bed and cuddle with my motherfucking bitch. Some mornings I like to watch MSNBC for a few hours. The thing is, it's my motherfucking life. And I'm taking full responsibility for what happens in my life. Are you doing that? you guys gotta understand. You gotta, and I do a lot of shit. I write books, man. Share when I put a link up, whatever, share that shit on your page, man. Put it out there. I need my books read. Now, you all have watched and listened, to me talk about where I'm going with my company. Now, I have an opportunity to blast off. In the future, I'm going to be accepting manuscripts. But for now, I got to use my own books. I'm looking forward to big things for Real Fly Publishing. So I have to, if that's the case, thank you guys for everything. Now, I'm sitting here chilling, which is rare for me, but when I heard the shit on the news about weed, they was talking about weed. I forget what news channel it was. But it made me want to fucking smoke. Now, I don't believe weed is a gateway drug to other drugs. Why you motherfuckers ain't calling in? You're not curious? Whatever. Look, motherfuckers, call in. What I'm saying is, I just don't believe it's a gateway drug to other drugs. I believe what happens when a young motherfucker starts smoking weed, since it's not legal or wasn't legal, they had to go to a place where illegal activity take place. Just by being in that space, that fucking youngster is exposed to all the other shit going on out there in the streets. Now, he might be there to buy some weed, but before he leaves, some motherfucker is asking him about some goddamn pills or some blow, making it seem like they should want to do it. Weed is not making that motherfucker want to do the other drugs. Buying weed illegally is what is the gateway. So what I'm saying is, in that regard, I'm like all for legally distributed weed. At least when your motherfucking kid go in that store to buy some weed, ain't no coke dealers, ain't no pill pushers, ain't none of them motherfuckers in there trying to entice them to buy that shit. I mean, that's just my opinion about it. Plus, there would be a serious cash increase for the states that allowed that damn shit. As soon as the other states report how much debt they took care of because of this influx of all this goddamn weed that they selling, shit, the rest will follow. Look, one of the first things you learn in the game is all money ain't good money. Some say I always tell you the truth about my life. And that could seem as if I never lose. Well, you know how important SWU is to me. Shit, I decided, motherfucker, because I didn't want this, but I did decide that motherfuckers can be decided with the half-ass abba-dabba they're accepting from suckers. But you gotta distinguish that I'm talking about the real abba-dabba. And just anybody can't have it. So I quit fucking with motherfuckers who don't understand. You know, the best way to respond to any situation is to think about the importance of how you respond to everyday occurrences. How do you react when some motherfucker step on your toes? Not literally, but how do you act? How do you respond when something happens you don't like? Do you get upset because your space was violated, or do you get upset, because you allowed this little incident to invade your space? See, like, the latter is principle-based thinking going awry. You shouldn't allow little shit to, but sometimes you do. Some people will purposely violate your space. Now, these are the motherfuckers you check, sometimes with harsh words. But the way you react to everyday problems are genuine precursors or indications to how you gonna react to problems in life. Displaying the way a real man responds is gonna be a plus to your life's longevity and will always be an attraction for any woman who's lucky enough to witness you displaying it. There's so many fake motherfuckers want to, enroll in my school, act like they got a school. I gotta confess, I was a little hanky about who I accepted until I remembered this little story about my nigga Tay. Some things are the right thing to do. The right thing to do as a man. And that same thing can be the right thing to do, period. When dealing with another person, you should always have paramount on your mind doing the right thing. Arguing over a woman or anything silly. Caller, what's up?
Hey, what's up, bud? These niggas ain't calling in and hollering at you, man. Hey, look, I just want to start out by saying this. I heard you say earlier, all money ain't good money. How come it ain't?
Brother, let me tell you something. Let's just use $1. You need $1. And you walking down the street and you see a way that you could actually get this $1. Somebody slipping. And you say to yourself, man, I need $1. Man, I'm finna get this shit. But at the same time, you ain't checking out where you at. I mean, how many motherfuckers gonna see you? You ain't checking out none of the shit that you need to check out. So that $1 is not a good $1 to go get. But if it's about going to get $1 that you need, all money, if that's the case, is good. But if getting that money gonna get you put in jail or some other situation where some nigga might catch you doing it, then beat your ass, I mean, it's a whole bunch of shit to consider.
Now, I just want to say this, bud. I understand all that. for all them parts of the game. But when the nigga hungry and your ass ain't making no money and shit, and you see some money over there, you gonna go get it, man. Because
hey, bro. I didn't say you cannot explain away what you gonna do, whatever the fuck. All I'm saying is you asked me about what all money ain't good money mean.
Good money meant.
Yeah, that's what you asked me. So as far as what
look, bud, I just gonna say this, man. I've been listening to your show, and you gave me a lot of game, man. Keep doing your thing, man. I ain't about to sit here and hold it up like no lame, man. That's all I wanted to know.
All right, brother. You be cool.
All right, man. Stay up, bud.
You stay up too. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, call in and say what the fuck you think. Quit being scary. But any motherfucking way, I'm the kind of nigga that no arguing, with another nigga over a woman or anything silly could cost you your fucking life or your freedom. And for what? Think about it. There's no sense in you killing me than doing life in prison over a motherfucking bitch that is out fucking some other motherfucker's life up right now. You in the pen, I'm dead, now some other sucker. It ain't that we was suckers. It's that, we was kind of got called by this shit. Period. Since I'm the one that's dead, you the one fucked up. I'm just talking shit right there, man. But any motherfucking way, I'ma share this shit that happened in my life. And I had to practice the principle of not letting the bitch come between my partner and I. I'm talking about all the women I had in my life added together. Pales in comparison to what my manhood is worth to me. Now, Tay and I have been dogs since I was a turnout in Hollywood. We both lived and thrived off the principles of this motherfucking abadabba that we represented. Even though, we thought quite differently in some, areas. Who am I supposed to hold to principles important to me? Who? Somebody call in. Give me an answer to that. To me, I'm the only one obligated to execute the principles that my life dictate. My dad told me years ago, it didn't matter what some other motherfucker thought. It only matters what you think and what you do concerning your principles. Now, in this case with me and Tay, the right thing to do in life was to, live true to whatever he or I profess. And I had professed to never allow a hoe to come between me and my partner. Now, as I said, Tay been my dog over 50 years. And where's any of them hoes? I'm saying you can choose them hoes if you want to, but who the fuck gonna be with you in the end? I ain't saying choose your partner over a bitch. I'm saying you better be thinking about that when you choose. Cause come on, let's go. What's up, caller?
Hello, this is Rosebud, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosebud, I hear what you're saying. You're saying that over longevity is not about a woman, it's about, the gentleman in your life, because over a certain period of time, they provide more value than the woman does.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you choose a woman, how many times do you choose that woman and she's there 60 years from now. I mean, if you have a friend that's your friend, 60 years from now, y'all still be friends. Even though y'all done argued and fell out and all that shit.
Yep.
So,
out,
yeah, I'm not saying you choose your friend over your woman. I'm saying you got to be sharp. And you got to know that these two differences exist. And when the situation occurs, then you make a choice. You don't really pick one over the other. You know, you let something eliminate one. And just being you, being real, you know, living according to not fucking nobody over, the truth is gonna show itself. It could be the bitch. It could be the nigga wants something that he ain't got no business asking for. Don't mean y'all gonna fall out. It just means you gonna tell that motherfucking nigga, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm gonna give an example. Yeah, I hear you. I was gonna give you an example. Like as for myself, I'm a musician and I'm part of the band. You know, obviously guitarists, drummers, and what I'm saying is, a lot of the times it's always a woman that's usually doing the vocal part. And if we only focus on this one woman every time and we ask her to go to these performances, she doesn't show up. We're not gonna really stick with her. We're gonna just move on, find a woman that's, you know, available, providing the necessary performances and everything. You know?
Why you gotta have a woman?
Well, doesn't have to specifically be a woman. You're right.
You said that. I didn't say that.
Like,
you said if the woman you was dependent on don't show up, you'll find another woman.
Yeah.
Why gotta be a woman? Why can't it be a singer?
Well, for the most part, most of the people in the group is dudes. So when it's a female, she's usually singing pop songs that are very very opening to, you know, the audience.
So you trying to tell me dudes don't do that? Singers?
Dudes do, but the dudes in our group, as for myself, I do sing.
No. I ain't saying the dudes in your group. I'm talking about some lead singer you choose. Dude. He don't sing that popular shit. You know, he don't get them bitches swooning, wanting to throw their panties up there. I'm saying, my point is, why are you specifically talking about a woman when evidently you might need a real singer? I ain't saying a dude is better off than a woman. I'm just saying a singer is a singer, but the one that fucks with you is the one you really want to fuck with. It might not be a bitch.
Yeah. Reliability.
It might be a dude. I remember I used to play a tenor saxophone in a group, and the nigga we had was Hoseby. Man, we called that nigga Hoseby out, and he come out and sing that love and happiness.
Right.
Oh my goodness. We would have to beat them bitches off the stage, man. You know, Hoseby was bad. You know, but, you know, I ain't saying, you know, we couldn't have had a woman, but shit, we loved Hoseby, man. So, you know, you gotta open your parameters. And, you know, y'all might be being held back by looking for that right female singer. Whereas, of course, you might be able to discover the next Tina Turner too. So I ain't telling you not to fuck with women. I'm just saying, open the door to singers. And if a dude get in there, it's a dude. You might get a dude in a brawl. I mean, who knows where you go, man? What you play, man?
I play the piano.
Man, I play a tenor.
Hey.
You know, I ain't dope like you probably is, you know, but I played in the band when I was younger. I got a tenor right now, and I actually can't really blow it. I've been trying to make notes, but it ain't coming out right. It's something I ain't doing right, and I got to figure it out. Sometimes I get notes, sometimes I get squeaks. So That's on me.
That's the thing too. Sometimes it feels in a way where it's like if you don't use it, you lose it. Like when I take off a week of piano or 2 weeks of piano, and then I try to go back to it, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna need a second to recollect. You know.
Hey, if you don't use it as long as I ain't use it, you really will lose it. You probably just need to refresh yourself. But bro, everything is cool, man. That was a good question, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. I'm listening, but
all right. So let's get back to the shit that I was saying. See, even though me and this nigga thought really differently, I asked, you know, who am I supposed to hold to my motherfucking principles? And I remember what my dad told me. It really was profound to me, because the right thing to life, in life, was to live true to whatever you profess. And I had professed to never to allow a bitch to come between me and my partner. And as I said, me and this nigga been dogs over 50 years. And where's the bra? She gone. Where's any bra? They all gone. So with my word, it's totally on me to live up to whatever my word is. You know, we was discussing some shit and we disagreed on a point that I had made. I told him that I wouldn't fuck with a motherfucking hoe that he had, or you know, not that he had, but I'm talking about that was with him, and for whatever reason wanted to fuck with me, cause we was dogs. Caller, what's up? Caller, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Rosebud?
Nothing, man. What's happening with you?
Oh, man, just chilling, man. I just had one question for you, Rosebud.
Come on.
You say, like, I know how you were just saying, like, where's the broad at, and you've known, I forget his name, for 50 years and whatnot, but, I wanted to know, do you know any P's in the game that still have their lady after all the time they put in with them in the game?
Dude, I know niggas that got the bitch they turned out with and they like 80. The bitch might be 75. And I know niggas that might be 80 with 2, I ain't gonna say 3, but at least 2 broads that he done had 35, 40 years. They both with him.
Okay.
You know, the shit, what you guys hear and see is just the outskirts of what really be going on. The really interior of what be going on, you don't hear about it. Because it's like a nigga be saying, fuck a bitch. But how you gonna say fuck a bitch that's been with you 30 years paying you, and then suddenly her age comes in? If you ain't got no game, you gonna be talking about fuck that bitch. But if you got some game, you gonna elevate it to where she can use her age and her knowledge of what she doing to keep getting you some money. Maybe not as much money, but she gonna keep getting you some money to where she feel valuable and you feel like you should have the bitch. Because you are 80, you ain't gonna be able to catch no bitch. Shit.
Okay.
You gotta think about all that shit.
Yes, sir. Hey, Rosebud, I got one last question. I remember you were talking about you had that incident in Hollywood where your girl got thrown out the car and whatnot. What kind of information did you give her to make her get back out there after that happened to her?
Hey, I remember that. That was Sandy. And we was new to Hollywood. And the bitch jumped out the car because I had told her how to tell if a motherfucker is cool. And part of it was the motherfucker following your instructions. So when he take off, tell him to turn right here. Then tell him to turn left. And he got to follow your instructions. This dude didn't follow her instructions when she told him to turn. And he kept going. And she ended up having to jump out the car, got all fucked up, all that little bullshit. But what I told her was that this motherfucking game is real. You can't be playing both ends against the middle. You gonna know all this shit, but you still gonna try this shit. No, you better go with what you know, because if you don't, what you know that you trying to prevent is gonna happen. And the bitch understood that. And I'm telling you, the next day, the bitch was talking about she wanted to go to work that night when she got in. I said, bitch, you gonna be fucked up. Your body gonna be all fucked up. You know, the next morning, the bitch was all fucked up. And what I'm saying is, it didn't really sink into her that she caused what happened by not paying attention to the instructions I had gave her. And I'm telling you, that is what made that bitch a bad bitch. That bitch was with me for like, I don't know how many years, 8 years. And I turned out with that. She gave me my first pimp dollar. And everything I learned about the game was because when I came home and spit shit to her, she put it down the next day on the track. Whatever the fuck I said. That was one bad white bitch. And I ain't bullshit. She ended up choosing on me though. That's the life, bro. That's the life.
Hey, Rosebud, what's the longest run you got out of female?
Man, I done had the bitch 23 years.
Wow.
I done had a couple of bitches 20 years.
Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate you, Rosebud, and thank you for answering the questions that I asked, man. I'm going to keep tuning in, man, and I appreciate the game you give out to all the representation.
You know it, bro. The thing about me, and you know where I'm coming from, is that if a motherfucker tell me, like this nigga told me, he straight out told me, cause I told him I wouldn't fuck with no goddamn bitch, you know, that he had, was fucking weird, blah blah blah. He said, nigga, that's some bullshit. Nigga, I'm explaining what I'm saying, and he studied telling me, nigga, fuck that, that's wrong. He never said, nigga, I have a bitch you had. But what I'm saying, we debated that goddamn shit, and we agreed to disagree. Let me get this call. What's up, caller?
Hey, what up, bud? I want to know what you think about something I experienced. So, it was this dude that I knew. He said he was a pimp. And I'm like, okay. This is before I knew you. And he showed me these papers. He was like, look, man, I'm a real pimp. I got...
Stop right there. Stop. This Paul, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, what motherfucker gonna show you some papers to prove he a pimp?
I'm saying, I ain't never know this motherfucker got real business license to have escorts and shit.
All right, man. What's your question?
Oh, what kind of shit is that? If you got to pay the government to get some money.
Hey, man, I mean, people do that, so I ain't gonna say it's wrong or right. All I know is I wouldn't fuck with it.
I see. I just didn't know if you knew about shit like that.
I mean, you know, motherfuckers got all kind of ways to do what a nigga talking about doing besides really doing what you talking about doing. You know, we know there's all kinds of ways to get around whatever a motherfucker pimp nigga talking about. You can have the bitch doing this, you can have her doing that. She might babysit for a gang of motherfuckers and give you all the money. If you want that to make you pimping, I mean, that's what niggas do. So what I'm saying is whatever you want to make you happy, let it make you happy. That shit ain't flying with me. Alright, man, you know it. So, what I was saying is, me and the nigga debated, and we agreed to disagree. Now, months later, a bitch came to Hollywood looking for me, and she ran into Tate. Now, she had been asking around for me and shit. You know, the motherfuckers was at it. But what I'm saying is, when she ran into Tate and she asked him about me, he told her bitch we was dogs. Which is cool. You know, so then she asked him could he contact a nigga. And, you know, Caller, what's up?
Hey, Rosebud, how you doing?
All right, what's happening?
Oh, I'm chilling. Hey, bro, I had a question just about like the women. One of the other callers had called in. I was curious that you said you had for like 23 years, and a few of the women you said you had for over 20 years. I'm just curious, bro. That's why I'm asking you this. What do you know happened to those women? Like after your run with them was over?
No, but is that important?
Well, I mean, I was asking just.
I didn't ask you why you was asking. I asked you, was it important?
Well, yeah, it's important to me as far as the question I'm asking, because I'm asking from a standpoint of just the welfare of them as human beings. Like, what happened to them?
And let me ask you this. Here's the nigga, had this broad 20 years, in some kind of way they separated. Do you ever wonder what happened to the nigga?
Well, do you mean like in your case?
Not in my case. I'm talking about in any case. Because what I'm saying is
like
what I'm saying is what happened to the bitch is whatever happens to her. I don't fucking know. And it's not my response. If she with me, she's under my full responsibility. If she ain't, then whatever she chooses to do is on her. I ain't responsible for it. So whatever choice she make that make her end up on drugs, or make her end up fucked up, or make her end up a rich bitch, I'm saying it ain't got nothing to do with me at that point. If she end up a rich bitch, and I see her again, I'm gonna make sure she remember me in the good times. But what I'm saying is shit. If the bitch ain't with me, I ain't got nothing. I ain't even worried about it. I don't think two times about it. If she gone, she gone. And you know what that come from, bro? Knowing that a bitch ain't promised. No bitch. I don't give a fuck how you catch her, what happened. Could be some death, whatever. She ain't promised to you. She with you, long as she with you, and when she gone, you better accept it. Cause she gone when she gone. Period. That's how it is.
No, I can respect that, man. Because you giving me a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Just from the aspect of like even in the game. Because you know what I mean? I'm in the square. I'm in the square spectrum of things. But even in the game, certain things is universal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way I think as far as, like you said, you can't be responsible for somebody that, you know what I'm saying, they're not under your authority no more. So I can respect that.
Yeah, that's what time it is for real. That's some good shit, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate the time, brother.
Be cool.
Keep doing your thing.
Okay, now listen to me. I'm telling y'all something. I know I'm, stopping this shit. But up to this point, they told the bitch to get in, woo-woo. He gonna call me, and she got in, and he rode around a little while, and at this point, everything is fine, but what I'm saying is shit. I've been fucking with this nigga for a while, and he always fucking came up with bitches. Always. And he called me and said, I got me one, man. And normally when that happened, I understand the nigga done caught him a new bitch. So I said, nigga, what you doing, pimping on that old nigga or what? You taking that bitch out to eat or something? just to keep him pimping. And he gonna say, I'm pimping on this bitch, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but then anything, what I'm saying is that's the way I cap for the nigga. But he said, she wants to holler at you. Now, this was strange. But I thought, this is my dog, I'm gonna look past this little shit. And I'm a cap for the nigga anyway. When the bitch said hello, I told her, bitch, you with the top flight nigga in motherfucking goddamn Hollywood. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you worried about. Now, if the nigga would have told me that the bitch really wanted to talk to me because she came to Hollywood to give it me, I'd have got at it differently. But I didn't know shit, so I capped with a nigga. and when I told him that, when I told the bitch that, me and that nigga, we was that tight. That's why I told her that. I had no idea the bitch wanted to give it me. Till a day or two later, whatever, she called me. And then the bitch, she stole my number from the nigga. And she called me and told me she wanted to give it me. I said, well, why the fuck you get with Tay? And the bitch told me that he's shortstop. Which, that's in the game. So, what I'm saying is, I got mad about the shit. But when I thought about it, it was, man, I chose to be in this life. And the kind of shit Tay did is the kind of shit that goes on in this life. So how can I say he can't do it to me? Because I wouldn't do it to him. But I learned to do it, to tell you the truth. It's a part of the game. So when the bitch told me she was young, I told her that she could stay with Tay. I wouldn't be mad. And I'm telling you, I had to accept what he did was totally acceptable in the lifestyle that I'd chosen to live. So who am I to change it? That's when, my dad voice came to me and reminded me who promised who. Now, caller, what's up?
Hey, bud. I
What's
just want to add my 2 cents on what I hear you talking about. Cause I think a lot of people might not know. They might hear what you're saying, because you're talking about how you standing on your principles and how you having to deal with what come with it, basically. But at the same time, Tay had principles, or he may have had whatever principles he had in that same situation. Because his principles might have said, if the bitch ain't paying my partner right now, then it's, I have to get at her. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, wait. First, is this Ramon?
Yes, sir.
I thought I recognized your voice. But anyway, see, it ain't no Tay might have had principles. He did have principles. Because he told me when I told him that I wouldn't fuck with his bitch, blah, blah, blah. He told me, nigga, you wrong.
Yeah, but he didn't tell you it's against me to not get at that bitch if they only paying you, bud. Even though this might have been what he was thinking.
Well, I guess, man. But see, that kind of bullshit there is why y'all be having problems.
Okay.
The real
deal. His principles gonna be different from yours today, I'm sure.
Well, the principle is that he'll fuck with a bitch that was, if that's the case, mine or fucking with me. And mine was that I wouldn't. So that's the principle. And the principle was that we didn't agree. I believed what I believed and he believed what he believed. So I ain't saying which one of us was right or wrong. I'm saying if it's about principles, he told me what his principle was. And me being in the game, I knew principles of motherfuckers fucking with each other is what goes on. Some niggas will play for the bitch. Some niggas will, hear some shit that happened that he could only hear because he your partner, he in your house at this time. He could hear that shit and take it with him and then see your bitch and bring it up. I mean, that kind of bullshit goes on. But what we was talking about was just, fucking with a bitch that one of us had. So, no way would Tate play for a bitch, even though he say, I had you a bitch, nigga. The bitch got to like step on his foot on purpose and then bend down and fucking wipe his shoe off before you actually get at her. But what I'm saying is, the motherfucking principle is that what he was saying was, nigga, that kind of shit don't matter in this game. Cause you talked to the bitch first. Because the bitch was in your house. Nigga, if the bitch was in your house and bring whatever was in there to me, I'ma see, your personal shit and give it back to you. But the other shit the bitch didn't chose. You gotta take it. If I eliminate that from the game, I'm eliminating some shit from his getting sharp. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. I definitely see that.
All right. Hey, be cool, man. I'm gonna see you this weekend.
Nah, you ain't gonna see me. But I'm definitely supporting though. For damn sure.
All right, man. Be cool.
All right.
Okay. Now, see, I would be on track, but because of greed and thinking about the money, it ended up costing me. But that ain't no big deal, because I didn't correct it. So, right now, for you truckers and other motherfuckers that be on the road a lot, my sidewalkview.thinkific.com, it gives you the complete atmosphere of being on campus. But you be in your car or your big rig, rolling down the motherfucking freeway. Sidewalkview.thinkific.com differs. Only in your interactions with me. They won't be daily as it is or was in the group. But you're going to get my guidance on the assignments. And there's new motivational exercises to keep you motivated to do the work, making it more interactive. This product will be more than the course alone, because you're going to get SW and the course at the same time. It's not $1,500. Period. It's only $50 or $100 a month. But you gotta commit to 6 to 8 months. You're not gonna get the entire course unless you go through the time it takes to get it. If you want it, it's there for you. $50 or $100 a month. Now, a long time I've just been yearning to get something that can match the feelings that I got from, having hoes and shit. But I couldn't. But if you get into a situation where you're looking for that, you don't really need to be no pimp to take advantage of this motherfucking game I be spitting. See, this is one of the reasons you develop principles. First, they keep your emotions in check. You shouldn't ignore your thoughts on your principles and become emotional. You need to respond, so respond in a controlled way. If you only realized the value in my course, you would fucking beat my door down to get it. It takes much more than you guys have shown to be real men or real pimps. I thought I needed something to replace that fucking, abba-dabba for my excitement. But I've been getting that. And it's coming up. That's what I was talking to Ramon about. I'm going to be at that dinner this year. This annual dinner that graduates of Sidewalk University sponsor. I mean, I don't care if motherfuckers have shit to say about me as long as it's true. You know, if they like it or don't, it's fine. These dudes provide me with a night of total appreciation. Everything I teach, they represent responsibility, confidence in what you think, confidence in what you do, ability to create and display your plans. But the most important thing is they all fucking are into themselves. They do everything they do for them. That's a conceited and a selfish and conceited bastard. I appreciate them motherfuckers. You see, in the streets, if you turn out correctly, you understand and accept the person who turned you out will undoubtedly get you for the first bitch. And if what's up, caller?
What's happening, OG? I just had a quick question. I'm an hour late calling in on the show, but what I came in on, you talking about Tay had knocked you for the business shit, right? And I guess what I heard with my ears, you was saying you kind of felt some type of way with y'all having a friendship, you know what I'm saying? So my question for you, and I could be wrong because I came in late, like I said, was the friendship more important than the game, or how would you look? What was your?
First of all, you wrong about how you heard it. He didn't knock me. He didn't knock me for a bitch. Some bitch came looking for me, and he short stopped her. And what I'm saying is, me and him had been talking previously, and we had been talking about bitches. And I said, nigga, I wouldn't have no bitch that you had or was with you. She didn't left you and she want to get with me. I wouldn't fuck with her. The nigga told me that I was wrong. He straight up told me, nigga, I had your motherfucking bitch. So what I'm saying is, when this shit happened months later, I had got kind of, mad when I realized the nigga had crossed me out the bitch. But I realized that shit, I chose to be a pimp. I chose this goddamn life. And in this pimping, that shit that nigga did, ain't nothing wrong with that. The bitch gonna pay somebody while I want her to pay you, nigga. I'm just saying, there's 100 ways you can look at it, but I'm saying I wasn't mad about the shit, and my point in bringing that story up is that I never said shit to him for like 25 years about that shit.
But also, the reason I was asking you that because it was kind of hit home a little bit because in a way I was told that, you know what I'm saying, when you get in the band or you have a mentor, sometimes your mentor might knock you off, but you don't be, you know what I'm saying, you don't feel no type of way about it. Probably at first you do, but then you look at it as like a, you know what I'm saying, an introduction.
Bro, if he was a good mentor, he showed you that you need to detach your motherfucking ass from them feelings you develop about that bitch, cause some other motherfucker could get that bitch, and then he be the one getter. So, I mean, that happens.
Yeah, but I'm gonna catch the show on the replay and just get the whole.
All right, man, be cool.
Okay. Sure.
All right, so now my point is that I appreciate the go-getters. And like I said in the streets, like brother said, if you turned out properly, you understand and you accept that the person who turned you out or who gave you most of the game is going to get you for your first bitch. If you did his job right, he done showed you how to detach your motherfucking feelings from this goddamn shit, cause you gon' develop feelings for a bitch. That's what most of you motherfuckers miss when you turned out on the computer. You didn't get any adequate. Most of you motherfuckers won't. You wait until there's no time to do whatever needs to be done, then you rush and have do whatever it is you should have done long ago. This is a real form of procrastination. And you know how I feel about procrastination. It doesn't hurt me when you do it, but you act like it don't hurt you. Maybe you don't know, but it do hurt you. It hurts you much more than you think. It forms a motherfucking pattern. And before you know it, it's become your MO. It's become your method of operation. You do it when you ain't even thinking. You ain't even thinking about doing it. That woman who's out there waiting on you, she see it too. If you adopted some of this, I'm not going to say legal, but I'm saying if you fucking goddamn adopted some of this shit, I'll be screaming. And get on your goddamn computer and buy into that motherfucking Sidewalk University.thinkifer.com. You'll always do the right thing because that's what confidence teaches you to do. The right thing to do with Tay was stick to the principles of not letting the broad, no matter what, come between two men. Respect is always best when served fresh and reciprocated. 25 years passed before I even mentioned it to that nigga. And when I did mention it to him, that nigga said, but I pimped on that young bitch. And I said, yeah, nigga, you see I didn't mention that shit. That little shit to you until now. That's because I'm a real pimp, nigga. Ain't no bitch coming between me and you. Just thinking about that shit, that was some good time right there. But you guys gotta stop procrastinating so you can elevate your fucking life above where it is now. I'm just saying. If you want to keep doing what you're doing because in some way it makes you feel good, have it. But let me put you up on something. The more you allow procrastination to go unchecked, the easier it's going to be for you to get caught lying. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm gone.